51-38, the Railers fall. Coach, thanks for coming up on this one. Well, things were looking pretty good at the end of the third quarter, 33-31, and then Lanphier got off to scoring the first 9 points of the fourth quarter, and the Railers had fought so many times to get back. They were down 7 or 9 to get it to 2 or 3 points, and that was the run that the Railers just didn't have an answer for.
They're a good basketball team. They're very quick, and when you got officials that let you get their hands up on you and play, just push and control you, it's hard for us to do anything. And we got to go either 100 miles north or 100 miles south to get a basketball game called the way it should be.
Yeah, Coach, the turnovers were the problem, especially in the second half where it was really tough to get into an offense. Max was getting pretty well hounded, bringing the ball up the court, and rather than the last time we played them, it was their pressure this time that really hurt us.
Well, and we didn't board. We got beat on the boards, and they that's the way they are. You know what I call that offense? Throw it up there and go get it, and they do a great job of it. They got great athletes that can go get it and get second, third shots, and that's one of your goals when you play Lanphier or Southeast or those schools that really hit those boards hard. You got to allow them only one shot, and they get 2 and 3, they're going to score it.
Coach, talk about the play early on, especially of Christian Van Hook down at Lanphier. He was on the bench in the first 4 minutes with his third foul. Tonight here he stayed out of foul trouble, and for a good chunk of the game he was the offense. Christian really took advantage of the openings he got here tonight.
Yeah, he was, well, basically our offense, and we had good looks the first half, and I mean they were in and out, and we have to make those. We're not going to get anything in the paint or anything, and we've got to be able to shoot the ball, and we didn't get the ball to go in, but I thought we had good looks. They put a little more pressure on the second half, but they're going to put more pressure on. The closer that end of that game gets, they're going to be right on top of you. So, you have to be able to handle the ball and be able to hit shots.
Yeah, I think the biggest plays were there in that quarter, in the third quarter, where we kept getting it back to 5, or it'd go to 7 and go to 9, and then we get it back to 5, and 5 just seemed like we couldn't ever get over the hump, and you just thought to yourself, if we can't get any closer than 5, they're going to extend it here pretty quick. So I think, Coach, as you said, we had plenty of chances. Yeah,
and that's a very good basketball team, and they're going to be a lot of people, and I think if we play them 10 times, I don't know whether we could beat them or not. They're really good, and they got all the tools. I think it happened to them last Saturday night. A team with size that's going to battle them on the boards. I think will give them trouble, but. If you got officials that'll let you play up and down the floor and play 84 feet, I'd take my money on Lanphier.
Well, Coach, you talk about you could end up playing them 10 times and you're not sure what would happen. There is the possibility that the Railers and Lanphier could get together again back here at Roy S. Anderson in a sectional semifinal. Of course, a lot of things would have to happen, starting with how things pan out starting Monday over at Decatur MacArthur when Mount Zion and Bloomington play. The winner of that matchup is who the Railers will play on Tuesday night.
Yeah, they're both of them are very capable, and if we go in with not any step or any hop to our step, both of those teams are very, very good. Bloomington's only won, I think, 1 or 2 games, but we've seen them play, and they really get after you. They defend. They've played everybody close. They're kind of like we are. We won a couple more than they have, but they play everybody close, and as long as you play defense, you're going to be in games, and then you take your chances on what could happen with your opponents. So, that'll be a good one. And then you've got Mount Zion, who, Tuesday night, MacArthur goes down to Mount Zion, and Mount Zion beats them. So, I think it's wide open, and it's one that we can win, but we could also lose. And our guys have got to be focused. If you don't play, you get to go home.
Yeah, Coach, talk about that Tuesday night. I know it's a 7:30 start, but also there's some 3-point festivities. When does that get going so the fans can make it down early enough?
Yeah, we'll have 4 kids that'll be shooting against, whoever that winner may be.
Yeah.
Well, they'll have 4 each shoot on Monday night, and the top 4 out of that Monday night game. So there might be a couple from Mount Zion, a couple from Bloomington that would be shooting against our 4. But, and they'll take the top ones and they'll move them, and, the top 4 just keeps moving on through the sectional until they get to the state tournament.
About 6:45 or so?
I think it's 6:50 when they officially start. I think the kids get to warm up at 6:45. and make some things happen that way.
Coach, during our halftime tonight, we had one of your seniors from last year, Nathaniel Smith, here, and you know, he talked about just how fast it went, and we seem to talk about it this time every year about how fast it goes. You had a good bunch of seniors out there getting honored tonight, and I know usually you don't talk to them individually, but again, it's that senior, you know, this is your last opportunity, at least in the regular season, to go out on the floor in front of the Railer crowd. Senior night is always a special night here at Roy S. Anderson.
Yeah, it is, and you know, we had a great turnout. Lanphier had a great following, and you know, if that matchup would happen, it would be I think a pretty wild place here in a couple weeks. But we got business to take care of, and you know, they have to be able to play, and you know, their regional's pretty solid, and you know, anytime you put the city schools together, you never know what's going to happen, but you have to give Lanphier the hand up on that. They're very, very competitive. They've won a lot of basketball games, and you know, they play to their strengths, and they're very good.
All right, Coach, well, we thank you for coming up after this one. We know the fans are in the cafeteria with it being Fan Appreciation Night, so we'll let you go and enjoy part of that, and we will see you Tuesday night in Decatur for the first of, we hope, a few postseason games for the Railers at the end of this season.
Well, you know, our guys have they've competed all year. I think we've gotten better, and I would hope that our fans would follow our guys, because they do need help. They need the support, and they need to be able to get you know, the fans behind them, because it's easy to play when you got a good supporting cast there, and you know, it's part of being here. It's part of playing here with the crowds and everything, and everything. So, you know, we need their help, and hopefully we can come back here and really hopefully have a good one here.
And Coach, you talk about that. That's something that Nathaniel mentioned at halftime was, you know, playing here in front of the Railer crowd, playing for the Railer coaches. It prepares you in a way differently. Probably it prepares you for college, because it's almost that step right before that most kids don't get a chance to participate in.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it comes to the point in your life where, you know, decisions are made, and you know, Nathaniel's got another year, and he's got probably 3 more years, and then he'll have to make a decision. But you know, some of our seniors might be done playing this year, and you know, it just comes a point in your life, you know, where you're 17, 18 years old, and those years fly by. Kids don't understand how, you know, they can't wait till they get out of high school and get older. Well, let me tell you, you're going to be old pretty quick. It don't take long to get up there, and you know, he's you know, they all you know, his freshman year's done. You know, he's only got 3 more years to play, as all the other freshmen that's playing, and you know, Ben's through his sophomore year out at Bucknell. It just flies by, and you know, you can't get those years back. And you know, I think when kids leave here, one of the things that I want them to do is know what hard work is, and be able to compete at the next level. And if they can compete and play hard, practice hard on a you know, every day, their chances of playing at the next level are pretty good.
And just think, if you knew at 17 what you know now.
Oh, you know, yeah, yeah. You know, they don't understand that, and you know, even listening to your parents, and they, you know, you get mad at your parents when they tell you can't do this, can't do that. They don't understand where people have been and what they've seen through their life, and it's remarkable how kids really feel. You know, resentment when older people, adults, tell them you can't do this, you can't do that. There's a reason why. Maybe I can't explain it, but there's a reason why, and you know, it just it takes a little bit. So, you know, we got great kids here. They work hard, and regardless what this senior group, you know, chooses to do, they will be very successful.
All right, Coach, thanks for coming up, and we will see you Tuesday over in Decatur.
Okay, thank you.
Railers fall here tonight, 51-38 to Lanphier. We'll be back to wrap it up in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.